Hey everybody out there at YouTube, it's me, Miss Chris, with another episode of Ask Miss Chris. So again, if you're underage, you're not interested in my sex videos, or it's illegal where you live, press stop now. I'll give you a quick moment to do that. Okay, tonight's episode is going to be covering the G-spot. Yes, the G-spot. It does exist. So I have my notes because I don't want to miss anything. This is very important. Can't stress the importance of this. All right, the G-spot is named after a German gynecologist named Grafenberg. So it is actually the Grafenberg spot, but of course that's a little hard to say. So we've lovingly shortened it to the G-spot. The G-spot, I would say, by stimulation or feeling, it is equivalent to having a male prostate orgasm. You know, it's the same type of stimulation. The G-spot is located inside the vagina. If your partner is laying on her back, her G-spot will be on her stomach side, which is the anterior side, about midway between her vaginal opening and her cervix. So that's kind of important to know. Usually when the woman is fully aroused, it will actually be it'll feel like a lump, not a lump, but a bump, about the size of a dime. Now the importance of this is that the G-spot can move. Yeah, and I think that's why most men either, one, don't think it exists, or two, can never find it. So what you're going to do is when your partner is aroused, you can insert your fingers and feel for it. And you will lightly stroke that G-spot. And that's what is going to cause the stimulation and the G-spot orgasm. Now, it can also change in size as well as general location as a woman ages and her hormones change. So that's important to keep in mind as well. It's not going to go, like 5 inches to the left or anything, so you don't have to worry about that. But if you're manually stimulating her, you can always just kind of keep in mind to feel for that little dime-sized bump on her stomach side. Now, it is easier for a woman to reach a G-spot orgasm after she's had a regular orgasm. Yes, there are two different types of orgasm. A regular orgasm would be one that is generally reached through clitoral stimulation. So once she's had a regular orgasm, you can go ahead and try for the G-spot, or you could just give her G-spot stimulation and hope for the best on that. Now, with a G-spot orgasm, some men have actually thought that their partner urinated on them. It's true. But it isn't urine at all. The fluids do collect up in the bladder, and they are released during G-spot orgasm, but you will find that the fluid is sweeter to taste and smell, and there's a lot more of it. Now, as a female, it's important to know when you're getting G-spot stimulation, it is going to feel like you have to pee, but if you don't stop the sensation and just kind of let it flow, you can have a G-spot orgasm much more easily. Now, it's not all impossible for a woman to have a G-spot orgasm with intercourse, but it definitely depends on the position that the couple is in and the angle of the penis. A lot of women can't reach G-spot orgasm just through normal intercourse, so generally manual stimulation with your fingers or using a G-spot vibrator is best. I think most women would find G-spot to be easier to obtain during oral sex because that has her sensations completely heightened, thus making it more prominent, easier to find. And if you're giving her clitoral stimulation with your mouth, you insert your fingers and just kind of lightly stroke her stomach side of her vagina, you'll find that you'll bring that sensation to her much more easily. Let's see, I covered that there is a lot more fluid, and again, it is sweeter and to taste and to smell than her regular orgasm, and of course, than urine. So don't panic if there's a gush of fluid. That just means you really did your job. All right, I think that's just about all I wanted to cover. So I want to thank the individual who wrote in and asked me to cover this topic because I think it's important. It can definitely enhance a person's sex life, a couple, if she's reaching a G-spot orgasm, because that's going to really put her over the top and satisfy her even more so than you're already doing. So this has been Miss Chris. If you have any questions, feel free to send them via PM here at YouTube, or you can shoot me a message at misschris@insightbb.com. Have a great